Peace and high frequencies, everybody. I'm fresh up out of the dream world. fresh up out of the dream world. And I'm assuming we have a new moon coming up. A full moon. I'm assuming we have a full moon coming up. And I don't know when it is, though. Come on, squirrel. I don't know when it is. Y'all, can somebody share with me? I'll have to look it up when the full moon is. Because I know it has to be coming up soon based on this dream that I had. And in the dream, it started out where someone that I know I was associated with was, it was found on the news that he was guilty of this huge, crime. And it was pretty much, it wasn't like he murdered somebody, but it was kind of like a finance money crime. And I had someone come to me, and he had a note written on a napkin, and he was like, the news and the police and everything have been trying to reach out to you. They want to ask you questions regarding him and his character and you all's connection. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to get involved and have my name associated with him right now. I don't know if that'll be a good look for me. And so the dream went on to me being in the restroom putting on makeup. But no, before I get to that part, I was downstairs. And I told my son it was a stem of a mushroom. And I told my son, here, take this. He said, what's that? Is that poison? I said, now, would I give you some poison? That don't make sense. So I went upstairs and I started getting ready. I went to the bathroom, started putting on my makeup. And I said, it's a mushroom stem. He said, I thought that's what it was. Like that. And so from there, in the dream, he grabs a package. And he's taking a package down these stairs to my daddy. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. And so I'm up there putting on my makeup, blah, 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 blah. I'm making calls, I'm doing stuff. And then next thing you know, we're in this truck, like pickup truck. And I'm on the passenger side. My son is in the back. But it's still like we're in the bathroom. Me putting on my makeup is weird. And then my son actually put the truck in drive, and it started driving without nobody being in the driver's seat. And I told him, I was like, why did you do that? Why did you pull the truck off and nobody's in the driver's seat? If somebody come over or something, we could get hit. Don't ever pull the car out without somebody in the driver's seat. You got to be in the driver's seat, or I got to be in the driver's seat. But don't pull out neither one of us in the driver's seat. Like, I remember me really getting on him about that. And so I ease over. I said, see how hard it's trying for me to get in the driver's seat? So I move over and get in the driver's seat, and I take control of the vehicle. And then I tell him, I was like, you don't ever want to not be over here driving and letting the car just do whatever, because somebody could come, sideswipe you, hit you, flip the car over. And just when I said that, we saw in a far distance, it was like these two cars that had hit each other on the edge. And one car swirled around and crashed into a corner store. And it shattered. It just like everything went to pieces. I was like, see, I told you, look at that. So he got the instantaneous lesson. So then I drove around the corner. Next thing you know, we're outside of the car, and we're walking in a crowd of people. And I see my aunt, one of my mother's younger sisters, And it was like we had an event or something at the house, or a gathering at the house with family. And I said, "You gone?" She was like, "Yeah." And happy full moon to you too. And I was like, what the hell that mean? Happy full moon to you too. And she said it like she was trying to be sarcastic. So I get back to the house. You know, I talked to, it was like my mama, but my sister, but it felt like it was my mama. And then my other aunt. And I was like, yeah, I just saw she left, and she gonna say real, like, sarcastic, happy full moon to you too. And she didn't have to say it like that, because if she want to know something, she can ask me. Like, y'all know I don't go to church. Y'all know that I don't do that. But if somebody want to know about me and what I do and what I practice, then they need to come and ask me, not have any type of attitude or sarcasm because of your ignorance. And that's when my mama or sister, whatever, whoever it was like, yeah, because they don't know what they may learn by talking to you. And then my other aunt, she just stood there and looked, because I'm like, I know you know. I said, I know you know, because you done heard it through the grapevine, just like she done heard it through the grapevine. Like, people done heard, because everybody talk. And it's in, of course, somebody done told somebody, because the family knows. So it ain't like it's a secret. But if you want to know something, you need to come to me. And then I woke up. Yo, I just love messages and dreams. You all, I have been having vivid dreams all my life. That's why I have this channel. It ain't new. I can go and have a dream and wake up and remember it just like right now. It'll be just like a regular day here in this reality, over there in that reality or dimension or planet or whatever. I see things so much. I only give you all enough to share, to give you an idea. And if anybody ever wants more in-depth information, like colors and styles and car make models and things of that nature, and you know, what did the house look like, you just contact me, because I don't do all of that here on this channel, because I feel like people just need the overall view of the dream to get the message. But if you're someone who interprets better with more description, then let me know so I can give you more of a descriptive view of everything that happens in the dream when it comes down to all of those things. And so the message is so profound to me, because we are approaching a full moon, for one. Two, I live in that particular type of city, so I think it wasn't just, and then we have the number 3 again, y'all, just like I had yesterday. I had 3 women. I had the lady who was like my mama. I don't know if my mama or my sister. It kind of gave me both of those vibes. I had an aunt, and then I had the aunt that was leaving. 3 women, maiden, mother, and crone. I had 3 women, and the message, like, even when my aunt was passing me, she's like, and happy full moon to you too. Well, it is. We're approaching full moon here in this reality. So that means we was in a full moon there. Just like last week, I believe it was, when I kept saying I was 43 in a dream. I told somebody, I was like, yeah, I'm 43. And everything that I was saying, I was telling people my age, and I was saying I was 43. Well, I won't be 43 till next year. I won't be 43 till 2023. So I was like, how was I saying I was 43 and I won't be 43 to 2023? I had to already be in 2023 to be saying this in the dream realm. And I think some of the dimensions or, really timelines that I'll go to are sped up from where we are now. So she was like, happy full moon to you too. And me having that conversation with people in my family and letting them know, like, hey, if y'all done heard it through the grapevine, the best way to get information is from the source. Y'all need to come to me. And then that's when my mama or sister, whoever that was, that person, the energy, was like, yeah, you never know what you may learn. You never know what you're going to get out of if they talk to you. And so, and that even goes for people that may, browse and hit this channel and see these videos and then make these assumptions because they're still caught up in the spell of religion. You may still have a religious bound over your mind, over your understanding. That's why in religion they don't want you curious about anything else, because that takes away their stronghold over you. That takes away their power over you. So they rather keep you ignorant. They rather keep you blind. They rather keep you stupid. Because when you're stupid and you're blind and you're ignorant, you're more of a pawn. You're more of a person they can continually use and drain for whatever the resources they may be to get out of you. And so you got to understand or even question, why does this religion not want me to question the things of this world? And then how do they know? Who made them to all be somebody that knows everything about the creation? And then who created the creation story? Why was the creation story, like, who wrote it? If it's a book, like, God, we'll never see. And these were questions I had as a child. I'm like, if we don't see God and God ain't here, like, I can't see him, I just can feel it, then how do they call this book the Word of God? Who did he talk to? Who did he talk? How did he write a book? Only we can write a book. So only people you can see can write a book. And if it's somebody you can't see, they can't write no book. So where did this come from? Where did this come from? So I had a multitude of questions, y'all. A multitude of questions. And those are some questions you should have as well over your life. I had someone even the other day that was asking me, she thought she had Oshun oil and she had Ochosi oil. And I asked her, I said, okay, so what energy are you trying to invoke? Do you know what this energy I said, do you know what type of energy you're invoking with Ochosi? Do you know the Ochosi energy? Are you familiar with the Ochosi energy? And she couldn't give me nothing. She was like, nah, I don't. What do you suggest I research and find this information? You done did this shit in reverse. Don't go get, y'all, please. And this happens with a lot of us too. We'll leave Christianity or one religion, and then we'll go into a spiritual practice that's more in tune with our ancestry, but we don't know what we invoking. We don't know nothing about nothing. We just grabbing stuff. Like, baby, let the energy come to you. Let the energy speak to you. Let your mind and your spirit gravitate to wanting to know about Ochosi. Let you open up your timeline on YouTube and a video on Ochosi pop up. Let a conversation with a mentor or teacher come to you and they're talking about Ochosi. Let you have a dream and then the name Ochosi pops up. let you be at work and then somebody named Ochosi. See, these are ways, signs, and symbols that we know we on the right path to working with that particular type of deity. But don't just go to the Botanica and then just start picking up shit. Because you don't know what you're picking up. You don't know what you're doing. And that shows you have no reference for these energies, deities. Because you're not being guided and led. And I'm not saying everybody got to be a priest or a priestess and this and that, but you got to be guided and led. Before I knew my IO came to me. Before I even knew my IO came to me. And if you don't know what that is, that's incarnation objective. Before I really knew who hold my head, what's my incarnation objective? Because for this world, we have an objective. Our mission has an objective. If you don't know your incarnation objective, then what are you doing here? Are you here just to work and make some money and feel like you were riding in a good life? And then you blinded by the lights. I did that video already, right? You blinded by the lights. So you all should know what your incarnation objective is. My incarnation objective came to me in a video I pulled up. I was, on YouTube, and Oshun came up. I was like, okay, wrong street. I came up and Oshun came up, and then another symbol video came on Oshun. Then I had a reading by 3 different priests. 3 different ones, y'all. And all 3 of them. And neither one of them knows the other. All 3 different ones. All 3 different priests gave me the same reading of my IO. That's that number again. 3. And I was like, whoa, that got to be it then. That got to be it then. That's my IO. And so if you don't know, start there, y'all. Start there. I want y'all to start there with your incarnation objective. Start there. Just don't go to the Botanica and start getting all these different little wows and all these different orishas, and you don't know what you're doing. You just grabbing some stuff and practicing some stuff. But when you go into this full moon energy, you invoke energies, know what you're bringing in. All right. So I'm going to leave you all in peace. You got some homework now. And high frequencies.